Well, my name's Bob Harr, and I'm from Colorado, and I invented the drainage structure cleaning technology using directional drills. It is patented, and I also own the method of using a rod device with rotating and water. And we developed this so that we don't have confined space entries, people going in the culvert pipes after rock and things like that. The jet trucks can't remove all the material out there, and with the environmental conditions that we're going to have to comply to, we can pull or push material away from wetlands or downstream activity and those kinds of things. There's a multitude of different applications that the drills can be put into. On railroad right-of-ways and tight right-of-ways, we actually have an umbilical rod loading machine, directional drill that we put on a track hoe. We don't have to worry about cutting the road or shutting down the railroad tracks. We can do the drainage work while the trains are running or while the traffic is going. We don't have to shut down traffic and remove the culvert because it's plugged and it's got a lot of rock in that the jetter truck won't remove. We actually did a project where Interstate 70 failed, and it cost the state of Colorado $8,600,000 because they didn't spend $12,000 up front to fix it. We lost the whole interstate. So I was involved in that project, and we had an umbilical machine where we actually reached down off the edge of the right-of-way because there's nothing there. The pipe just dropped to 3,000 or 4,000 feet down. So we can actually stand up on top and run the machine and run the rods and clean the culvert out because on the other side of the mountain there's like 2 feet before you get to the culvert. So we didn't have much room. So we can do inlet boxes and things like that. We have designed and made this tooling out of mild steel, so if you see those big ugly fins sticking out there and you think, oh my gracious, this is going to tear the heck out of that, the tools are actually developed to where they won't tear up the pipe. The pipe on the outside is to ride on top of the culvert structure. We can clean out plastic, nylon, corrugated metal, concrete. We've done them from a small one like this where it's like 20, 30 feet clear up to 3,000 feet long. We just keep adding drill rod on. The longer we need to go, the more drill rod we add on. But they're still more efficient than a vacuum truck because we're not using thousands of gallons of water to clean these pipes. These drills work very well. They use minimal amount of water. And we use 4,000 gallons of water to clean the same culvert right beside, and we only used 110 gallons of water. And we were done in 40 minutes with a drill, and it took us 6.5 hours with the jet truck. So there's a big difference in money. Another thing, like I said before, the environmental protection things. How are you going to capture all the water if you drop off in infinity into the Colorado River and you're contaminating the brown trout eggs, you know? So all those things are important to a lot of people. The Transportation Secretary, Norman Mineta, would like for me, while we're developing this new industry, is to work with contractors and limit how many contractors we have. So not every Tom, Dick, and Harry's doing it all over the United States, so that we can train the people adequately to do the work. On the drills, there's gauges on here, and as Justin runs the machine, he looks over at the gauges. He can tell if he's getting in hard dirt or soft. If he's pushing a liner in, he can say, well, I'm not allowed to put over 500 psi on there, and it's getting up to 400 psi. So maybe there's like this pipe has a swell in it, a little bump. It's not bad, it's just got a little bump. But if you're pushing a liner in there, it would want to go up and straight, see, so it's going to bind up in there, right? A lot of the older culverts have rivets in them that stick out about 3/4 of an inch. So when you're trying to slide a liner in there, what we do with the drills is we'll push against them and rotate. So see, we can spin them through the culvert pipe. So if you don't have resistance on your pipe installing it, when you put grout pressure to it, the grout won't seep through the cracks that you created while you're putting in the pipe. We typically use those barrel reamers to run through there and find the problems before we put a pull bucket or a push bucket on. The push buckets and pull buckets are mainly for the push buckets, especially for large rock and things like that. We can go in there and load them up and bring them out and dump them and then do whatever we got to do.